Hey everybody, David Guerra here. Welcome. It is Wednesday. You know what that means? Leadership Minute time. Today I'm continuing with the Things to Give Up to Be a Successful Leader series, and I'm going to talk about, well, the next thing to give up to be a successful leader is to stop complaining. Okay, at least complain a little less. How's that? It can be done. We can complain and complain and complain till we're blue in the face, and that's fine. It's human nature. It's who we are. It's what we do. But as a leader, you can't go around complaining because, well, those that follow you are going to kind of question: Is he complaining about me too? Something to think about, and it does go through their heads, does go through their minds, especially when they hear you complain. Now, of course, there's going to be some that will just fall right into it and will complain right along with you and kind of feed into it. And again, you don't want to create that kind of a following. You don't want to have that kind of a, you don't want to be known as that kind of a leader. It does happen. So I'm going to give you about 5 different things to consider about, well, consider to stop, how to stop complaining or complain less. Thing number 1, you can go cold turkey. Yes, stop, just stop. I know it's easier said than done, and people do it all the time. I mean, you've heard of smokers and drinkers and heroin addicts. They've gone cold turkey before. So sure, it's a little difficult at first, but eventually, you know what? They break the habit, and you can stop complaining right here, right now. However, you have got to want to change. You've got to want to stop complaining as much as you do. If you do it a lot, well, at some point you're going to have to say, you know what? I need to grow up. Enough's enough. Now, here's a little something that I tell people all the time. We are all human. Like I said, none of us are perfect. We weren't made perfect. We weren't born perfect. Sure, we have the 10 toes, 10 fingers. Yeah, beautiful smile, whatever. But we're not born perfect. That's just the way life is. So, you cannot go through life 100% complaint free. You just can't do it. It's human nature. It's who we are. So, I try, you try, we can all try. It just doesn't happen. We can't be complaint free. So don't worry if you slip and fall back into complaining mode. Pick yourself back up and try again. Remember, most alcoholics and heroin addicts have to hit rock bottom before they realize they have to stop. So think about that. Number 2, be responsible. Own your own mistakes. The first step to being responsible is self-respect, and begin by thinking highly of yourself and your abilities, all your abilities. Keep people in your life who respect you. Eject the chronic complainers. Let them carry their complaints elsewhere. Let them just go someplace else to complain. Somebody else will hear them. You don't want to. Gather people in your life that like you and respect you. Remember, respect is a two-way street. You have to respect them if you want them to respect you. It really is that simple. It's a mutual thing. It's a quid pro quo. You respect me, I'll respect you. That's it. Something for something. Remember that. Now, a little something else to remember. Number 3, assertiveness. See, when you give up complaining, it doesn't mean you're allowing yourself to become someone else's doormat. Far from that. See, assertiveness is a great way to tell others what your needs are and how they can be met. However, there's going to be those individuals, and trust me, they're out there. You know who they are. I know who they are. We all know. We all deal with them. There's going to be those individuals that you just assert yourself a little bit, no matter how small or how large you assert yourself. They're going to take it as a personal attack, and it's a personal attack on them. So what do? What can you do? Again, eject those chronic complainers out of your life. And that's really it as far as that goes. Just be assertive, stop complaining, but again, don't take any of their nonsense. Number 4, keep moving forward. See, when you keep moving forward, you have less time to look back and complain about who did you wrong, who is crazy, who isn't crazy, who owes you money, who done you wrong, who's wearing what, who said what to who. And did I mention who done you wrong? Seriously, by constantly moving forward, you have less time to worry about others, especially those that are the chronic complainers that I talk about. The ones that live off of other people's misery, they're out there. You know them. I know them. See, the ones that would rather go make fun of people because it enriches their lives, See, those are the people you don't want to be around. Those are the people you don't need. You keep moving forward. You keep looking forward, and soon you will have those that make moving forward a habit, a good habit. They're the ones that also, well, they complain little to none. And those are good, like-minded people to have around. Remember, that old saying about misery loves company? It's true. I mean, if you get people that are miserable, well, they're going to hang out with other miserable people. But you've got people who respect themselves, who like themselves, and who want to keep moving forward and get away from the bad habits such as complaining. Well, that's a good thing. In my book, it is. Be mindful of others. Now, some will see that you're not complaining or complaining as much, and some of them will back off. However, this is where mindfulness kicks in. Those that I mentioned earlier, they're going to come around, they're going to bait you, and they're going to start complaining. And what do you think of that? Or did I tell you about this? Or did I tell you about that? And they're going to bait you, and they're going to slowly work you back in, or they're going to hook you right away. So don't fall for it. Be aware that even though you've stopped complaining and you've slipped occasionally, that's fine. There's going to be people out there that are going to bait you, and they're going to want you to continue to complain because it makes them feel good. Heck, I knew somebody who, I'm not kidding, told me that they would go and sit out and for a drink or a coffee, and they would just sit there and look at people and complain about them. Why tell me these things? But it's true. I mean, well, you'll have to believe me. But they're out there. See, I understand that complaining is a part of life. I understand that part. It allows us to blow off steam. It allows us, an opportunity to share with others what we really feel. However, usually it's away from those people we're complaining about. But that's all right. See, as a leader, you have to learn to keep your complaints to yourself because your followers don't want to hear your complaints. And if they hear you complaining about other people, at some point it's going to click in their heads. Wait, is the boss complaining to other people about me? More than likely they are. It happens. Because if one person's complaining to you about somebody else, I guarantee you that person is going someplace else to complain about you. That's just the way life is. That's the way people are. And as a leader, you can't do that. You have to ensure that they can trust you with their issues, with their concerns. And if they complain to you, let them blow off steam. That's fine. But when it becomes chronic, that's a whole different story. Listen, folks, my name is Dave Guerra. Until tomorrow with hashtag Training Thursday, I will talk to you soon. Follow me on Twitter at Dave Guerra or drop me an email, dave@daveguerra.com. I'll see you around. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.